Hey everyone, it's Sunrise. Today I'm going to be going through Nightfall's song of Final Act, and I'll be explaining my history with it and how I worked on it. I'll be going through it section by section, so character by character. I'll also be explaining each reference. So here we go. Before we go any farther, that's Majin section. The lore with Majin is that, the lore with Final Act is that it's an alternate universe where everything that a certain character has loved is gone or there's something negative about them. With Majin, there is no fun left in the world for him to partake in, and at the end he disappears. He's dead. He doesn't exist anymore. I didn't work on this section. I only helped with the references, and the only reference there is endless. So let's continue, shall we? So that was Lord X section. His whole thing is that there are no more souls to play with for him. The only reference there is cycles. And at the end, with how I did the instrumental part. Oh, no, actually, how we did the vocal part. Well, how Knight did the vocal part. It was based on Brimstone. But now it's time for the first section that I worked on in this song. his whole thing is that there is no more milk, no more cereal. Self-explanatory. There are 4 references. Milk in the opening instrumental to his section. Then there's Gerudo Valley, Life Light, and Megalovania. I'm not showing any visuals because I don't want to, and because, well, reasons. If you know my channel description, you know why. But yeah, now let's move on to the second section I worked on. Now, that section was pretty short. Tails' whole thing is that all of his friends are dead and he can't die because of his immortality. The only reference there is Triple Trouble and Chemical Plant. Now it's time for Night to come back in and work. Alright, Knuckles' section had Triple Trouble only, and his whole thing is that, well, he just wants to murder boyfriend. That's all there is to it. Now, Knight, show us what you did with the next character.
Time for a change of pace! Prepare to be skewered! Not bad, but this will end it! It'll take more than that to defeat us!
Alright, so the whole thing with Eggman is that he just wants to take over the world, but he can't. Because he's being controlled, obviously, because it's EXE. There are 3 references. Well, 2 only, actually. The Sonic 2 boss theme and Monochrome at the end. Now it's time for my next section. So, Sanic, all the memes are dead. It's all fun and games until you get to Gospel at the end there, and Green Hill Zone is the other reference. I don't really need to say much else. My next section, my favorite section. Tails doll. His whole thing is that he can't mind control anyone. In the image in the song, he has the orb, but he doesn't in the context, in the lore. Sunshine and Soulless are the two references. Next up, Night. Show us who's next.
It's all about speed, pal! Jimmy, too slow! I'll show you!
Before we move on to the next section, actually, hold on.
Let's do that again sometime.
Alright, now before we move on to the next section, that was Fleetway. His whole thing is he just wants to murder you. Don't know why. He just wants boyfriend dead. There were a few references there. Chaos, the Death Egg robot theme, Devil's Gambit in the beginning, and Animal / Omnipresent at the end. Now next up is a cancelled character, and another night work. Let's show what you've done. before we continue anymore, that was Faker. His whole thing is, he was erased. Same with the next character. But the only reference there was the song Faker. Now, time for my next section. Let me show you what I've done. Boyfriend is done with your shit. Now, that was Black Sun, or as he's called, EXE, or, EXE. Again, he was erased. He wants to kill boyfriend. There were two references there. Black Sun and Misery by Imagine Dragons. Now, let's move on to my second to last section. Before we go any further into my section, that Sonic chromatic is Sonic.exe without any voice effects. And that was a chasing reference, that whole section, pretty much. As you probably heard, he transformed into You Can't Run mid-song. Now, Sonic.exe's whole thing is that he wants to corrupt you. He wants to corrupt your boyfriend. We'll see if he's successful or not. But the references there were Too Slow and the Drowning theme from Sonic. Now, Knight, take it away. Now, the references there, You Can't Run, obviously, and, the You Can't Run version of Green Hill Zone. Now, let's see. Is what you all think gonna happen?
So much fun tearing your body apart!
Now, you all think that's where the song would end. But there's one more section, and it's my last section. Now, let me tell you. That part, that last Xeno part, where they went crazy, flippin' fast, is bullshit if it was charted. Now, references there, Triple Trouble and You Can't Run once again. But now, for the final section, which caught me off guard. Not really, I was the one who made it. You think that's where the song ends? No, you're wrong. There's one last part which Knight and I worked on together, but that whole section was a deathmatch reference. So that's the final act. Corrupted boyfriend versus Sonic at the end. Sonic is dead. Everyone is dead except for boyfriend. Now, let me tell you, during that deathmatch section, Sonic, without effects, was layered with You Can't Run in the background. So YCR Sonic was there. Normal Sonic was there. So that's all there is to the video. I hope you liked this analysis and lore behind the song. There's a bit much more of the story. Because before this song, any version of Boyfriend wasn't seen since, well, actually, you know what? I'll make an entire video dedicated to the songs and the story behind them. This was just a bit of the piece of the puzzle. Experimental content. I hope you guys liked it. I'll see you all next time.